In this lesson, we're going to learn some basics for algebra. Let's start with numerical expression. If I give you a number 1 and plus 2 and times 5, we see there are three numbers right here. Three numbers. And we also see there's addition and there's a multiplication. We want to give it a general name. We call it operations. So operations. Operations means an addition, subtraction, multiplications, or division. So let me write that down. Addition, subtractions, multiplication, and division. So because we have numbers and we also have operations, we want to give this expression a new name, right? We call it numerical expressions. So we call it numerical expression. That means is a combination of numbers and operations. So a combination of numbers and operations. Let's see another example. If I want to give you 10 divided by 5 plus 14 and divided by 2. Now in this time we see there are four numbers. So four numbers. And we see there's division, addition, and division. So they are operations. Because we have numbers and operations, we call this general expression, we call it numerical expression. Expressions. Okay. Then why do we have these expressions? What's our ultimate goal? Right? Our ultimate goal is to calculate it. We want to evaluate. So that's why I want to introduce you a new term, evaluate. It simply means if I have a numerical expression, I want to figure out the result, what that will equal to. So the definition will be the process of finding the numerical value of an expression. So the process of finding the numerical value of an expression. Let's say we still want to use this expression. I want to calculate it. But how do we calculate it? Do we start from left or do we start from right? We don't know yet, right? But we can try it. We can try the different methods, right? Let's say we start from left. And 1 plus 2 times 5. We start from left. We see there's a 1 plus 2 is 3. So is equals 3 times 5. And 3 times 5 is 15. And what about we start from right? We start from right. So 2 times 5 is 10. So 1 plus 10. And 1 plus 10 is 11. But something wrong here, right? We have a different result. We got 15 and 11, but we have same expressions. So someone will say we just want to start from left. We calculate it from left, and someone will say no, I just want to calculate it from right. But which one do we use? So in this time, mathematicians said we gotta create a rules that everybody have to follow in order to avoid confusion. So they call it order of operations. Order of operations simply means just three rules and you're just gonna follow it when you do the operations. And the first rule is to evaluate the expressions inside grouping symbols. Grouping symbols means this is a parenthesis, parenthesis. And if you see, here's another symbol for grouping. This is called brackets. Whenever you see these two, they called grouping symbols. Now, for second rules, do all the multiplications or divisions from left to right. And the third rules is do all additions and or subtractions from left to right. So let me show you how to use these rules. Let's say if I have 3 plus 4 times 5, and we want to always start from left. But observe these expressions. We firstly have the addition. Then we have multiplications. But once we see the multiplications, we're going to do the multiplication first. So 4 times 5 is 20. And 3 plus 20 is 23. Now let's see another one. 18 divided by 3 times 2. So always start from left. We see there's a division and here's the multiplications. We don't have any like addition or subtractions. So we just simply follow the order like from left to right. So 18 divided by 3 is 6. Then times 2. So they are 12. Let's see another example. So this expression, we see there's a parenthesis right here, parenthesis. And recall that the first rule says, whenever you see a parenthesis, just evaluate the expressions inside the parenthesis or inside the grouping symbols, right? So because we have a parenthesis, so we're gonna evaluate first. So 6 and parenthesis 2 plus 9 is 11. And minus. You see this dot? This dot means multiplication. So 3 times a is 24 equals. So let me give you the ideas of multiplication. We can use this symbol to represent multiplication. And we can use parentheses to represent the multiplications. And we can also use dot to represent multiplications as well. So in this case, we have a parenthesis. So it means 6 times 11 and is 66 and minus 24. And the results will be 42. Now let's see another example. Let's say 53 plus 15, and here is a bar, and 17 minus 13. This bar means division. So we can translate this expressions into like a parenthesis, 53 plus 15. This bar means division, so we can write divided by a parenthesis, 17 minus 13. So the rules is whenever we see a grouping symbol, the parenthesis right here, we're just gonna calculate the elements inside the parentheses. So 53 plus 15 is 68. And divided by 17 minus 13 is 4. And the result will be 17. Now let me give you a visual, the ideas about different ways to express addition, subtraction, multiplications, or divisions. So for addition, we can also call it plus, right? Plus or sum. For subtractions, we can call it minus or difference. So they just different ways to express the subtractions or additions, these four operations. So let's say I have 2 and this symbol, it means 2 plus 3. And what if I have this symbol? It means 2 minus 3. What if I have this symbol? So it means 2 times 3. And the last one is this symbol, means 2 divided 3. Okay, so because we have to learn these four expressions, we want to translate the verbal phrase into numerical expressions. Really important steps. And let's say if I want to translate the product of 8 and 7, so this example, we want to see some keyword. So in this case, the keyword is product. It means multiplications. We can go back to see right here. This is multiplications and we have product. So we can write it or we translate it into numerical expressions. So 8 times 7 is the same as the product of 8 and 7. Okay, another one, the difference of 9 and 3. The difference is the keyword. And we go back to see the difference. Here we have a difference and it means subtraction. So we can translate this verbal phrase into numerical expressions. So it's going to be 9 minus 3. It's the same as the difference of a 9 and 3.